Before we dive into the show, I want to take a second to pay tribute to one of my major influences. It was announced yesterday that Ozzy Osbourne, who fronted my favorite band, Black Sabbath, passed away just 17 days after playing what I thought was a emotional and meaningful farewell show in his hometown of Birmingham. Last night when I got home from work, I binged every Black Sabbath studio release, from the self-titled to 13, as well as the EP that they put out on their last tour. And between his work with Black Sabbath and a very noteworthy solo career, he left this world with a catalog of work that, with the help of many talented musicians, changed the world of music forever. He was a man that transcended the heavy metal genre and became a household name. Ozzy, I think, was a complicated personality. His voice was on so many tracks that inspired me to become a musician myself. While I do have some mixed emotions about some of the things he's been involved with over the years business-wise, his music and artistry and his story have had a deeply profound impact on my life, and I find myself feeling a little strange waking up in this now post-Ozzy world. Geezer Butler wrote most of the lyrics that I related to, but Ozzy was the one that gave those lyrics a voice, and his unique voice and his presence is just undeniable. That said, when he did feel so inspired, the anger he put into crafting the track The Writ that closed out their album Sabotage, I feel is one of the best expressions of artistic frustration I have ever heard laid to tape. Rest in peace, Oz, man.
But flavor profiles, it doesn't matter if it's a 4-star fucking restaurant or a fucking bar. Flavors are important. And flavors can be just as developed as some fine dining place when you put the time and care into it.
Yeah, I love bar food. Like bar food is a thing. I like eating only appetizers with bar food a lot of the time because, you know, sometimes I want a meal where it's just an order of fried pickles and some jalapeno poppers, and that's enough.
Well, it's like we have the fried cheese curds.
Yeah, those are amazing.
Instead of mozzarella sticks, because everybody has mozzarella sticks.
And fried cheese curds are better anyway.
Hands down.
By a lot, yeah.
Yeah, dude. Give her the best 45 seconds of her life. Who's ready for a good wiener?
Hello and welcome to Side 1, Side B with Dave and Steve. I'm Steve.
And I'm Dave.
And I'm Chubbs Bumperson.
AKA Adam, who we've had on the Elf episode.
Yeah.
And the Iced Earth episode.
Yeah.
Where you told me I gave everyone herpes.
Yeah, it's true, dude. My lips still all fucked up.
Since then, you've kind of pivoted from, I don't know, you were kind of doing country at that time?
Yeah, kind of a dark country kind of thing. But I got wrapped up with some shady characters and ended up being good friends and kind of welcomed me into their family. And I kind of always wanted to dabble in hip hop a little, and I tried, and it turns out in the 30 years of me doing music, I'm better at this immediately than I am at all the other types of shit that I tried. Even my old ass dad's like, I hate the hippity hop, but you know, you're pretty good. I can understand the words you're saying. It's better than that raw growl stuff you were doing with your friend Steve. All right, yeah.
Well, it sounds like you're having a lot of fun messing around in that world.
And I'll be at the Reverb Lounge in Omaha on July 31st for the last Bluntier tour. So that'll be a fun night. If you like smoking weed and chilling with good people and like a hip hop show that doesn't have security and is just cool people getting along, that's the kind of shows that we do. So I would highly recommend it. Even if you're not a fan, there's something for everybody, I believe.
Well, speaking of hip-hop, this is going to be a first for the podcast. Today we're taking a look at a hip-hop album.
If you don't count the Judgment Night soundtrack.
Oh, yeah, I guess you're right. Yeah. I guess we have covered hip-hop, but this is Well, I guess it's not a pure hip hop album because they still had some of their punk elements, but
It's definitely more hip hop than punk, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we can get into that at some point because we can talk about the fantastic musicians that these guys also were.
Yeah.
Well, let's start by what do you guys know about the Beastie Boys?
I have read their book. I have listened to all their albums. If I remember something, it's from reading their book, which is really good, the Beastie Boys book. Yeah, big fan for a long time. They are part of like my favorite general era of hip hop. Like I like their whole scene, which was like them, Public Enemy, Run DMC. Just like that whole group was, to me, one of the best eras of hip hop, and I like going back to it a lot.
One of the ones I want to cover eventually is the Run DMC King of Rock album.
Oh yeah, that album's
If I had that
fantastic.
one on vinyl, we might have done that one instead of this
that'd
one.
been
but-
good. That'd been good. Beastie Boys. I know that the quote, "My name's Mike D, and I get respect."
I also think they have some of the funniest rhymes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and it is very like tongue in cheek to a lot of it. Just the way you could say that 100 different ways, and somebody might get offended.
Yeah.
But like on No Sleep Till Brooklyn,
Yeah.
he's in the back because he's skeezing with horse. Like, it's just the way they say it that it's not. You can tell it's very like, okay, like. Did you just call us whores?
Yeah.
I meant that in a good way. Oh, okay then.
I also like I've got more rhymes than JD's got Salingers. Like,
That's classic. That's a good fucking line. I heard a line I can't remember the song the other day, but the chick was like rapping and she's like, "I fuck with the kid, but you know I don't play." And I was like, oh, damn, you made a Kid and Play reference in 2025 and it worked? Good for you, because you're like 23 years old. You're like,
yeah.
I saw that dude. I saw the dude from Kid and Play on an interview where he was talking about they were on tour with NWA.
Nice.
Right when House Party came out and they weren't the famous like Detroit show they weren't on where the shit hit the fan. But he's like, yeah, we left to film House Party. He's like, and we were like, listen, Kid and Play with NWA, I don't think they're gonna like us a whole lot. And they were surprised because it was a match made in heaven.
Yeah.
Now throw these guys on there, and that would have been something else.
Yeah.
I can't remember. Do you remember the late night appearance where they were they Neil Young's backing band?
I remember
They were somebody's backing band on like Letterman or something for one night.
they were Elvis Costello's backing band on Saturday Night Live once.
So that's another good one then, yeah.
Yeah.
Because I swear it was Neil Young, like it was "Keep on Rocking the Free World" or something they did on Letterman or some shit with them.
That'd be I should find that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It might be the Saturday Night Live one that I'm thinking of, but it's definitely worth a Google.
For me, I came across the Beastie Boys when I was a teenager. I had a buddy that was really into rap, and
So it's like 10 years ago.
20 years ago.
yeah,
He's like, no, we're not going to talk about that. That's for a different podcast. That's the Ageism in America podcast.
I think he showed me Intergalactic, and of course, young Star Trek fan I was like, oh, this shit rocks.
Oh, that's one of their best music videos too.
Yeah.
It's not their best music video, although some people think it is.
would
Sabotage.
be-
Yeah.
That's classic. I mean, that's got to be in the top music videos of all time.
Sometime I want to get a group Halloween costume going where we all dress as the Beastie Boys from the Sabotage video. Just like get the wigs and the mustaches and like
Dude,
the
that'd be
thrift
great.
store dress shirts.
It's funny because I incorporated Sabotage into one of my songs that's going to be on the album that I do live.
Oh, cool.
Because it's talking about sabotage. They left me in the dark. And the song ends and it's just the beat playing and we yell, "Listen, all y'all, it's a sabotage."
Oh, that's cool.
"Listen, all y'all, it's a sabotage." Just like as an homage to that. Because,
Yeah,
I mean, it's a great song. It's a great video. Like,
yeah.
But yeah, at the time, I lived in a smaller Midwestern town. I was a racist little boy, as most white boys are growing up in rural communities.
Oh, you're gonna get some hate mail on that.
Probably.
Yeah.
But
Oh, no.
I'm just being honest. At the time, I wouldn't have considered myself racist. It's one of those things, you move to a city and then you actually live around black people and you're like, oh, like everything I hear about North Omaha is a myth, basically.
Yeah.
Mr.
But
Rittenhouse would like to have a conversation with you.
well, at the time, I don't know if I was being a quote unquote honorable racist, but I wouldn't listen to rap because I'm like, well, it's not, that music's not for me.
Well, see, and again, that's not you being racist. That's a product of your environment and upbringing at any given time. You know, like
Which
that's
is-
not.
Well, I'd still
That's
classify
what a lot of
that as
racism
but,
is.
yeah.
Like,
It's there. Well, I feel like there's conscious racism, you know, but racism should be condemned all across the board. But there's like in that situation where it's like you don't really see it that way, and then you come to the city and you meet people of different colors and stuff, and you
Yeah.
go, oh, I realize what.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Oh,
that's
I
exactly
realize
what
I
happened
did.
with me.
And,
Yeah.
and see, and that's the difference between somebody who's racist and somebody who just hasn't experienced. I'm just saying that because I want to
there's-
clarify.
there's different kinds of racism. Not everyone is clan level racist.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
But I just meant that to clarify that Steve is Steve and Dave are like the two least racist people I probably ever met. So we just wanted to clarify that with the Rittenhouse comment because I hope that guy falls off a fucking bridge. But whatever.
He is aging a lot. Like he's like in his early 20s, and he looks like he's
He looks like an uncircumcised
Yeah.
penis at this point
Yeah.
because the fat around him is swallowing his head. So he's just doing this and going, whoa. That's a visual gag. I'm pretending to stick my head out of a uncircumcised foreskin.
yeah, out of the foreskin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or birth, whatever.
Yeah.
No, the birth is like,
Well, so yeah, at the time, I think it was like these guys, and of course Eminem was huge when I was a teenager.
Oh,
and so
yeah.
it's like, oh, they're white, I can listen to their music. So, so yeah, I really enjoyed the Beastie Boys as a teenager. I thought it was cool that they used a Beastie Boys song in that Star Trek movie to destroy the alien fleet. I thought that was pretty cool. One of the things I liked about the J.J. Abrams Star Trek is they made Captain Kirk just this Beastie Boys fan for no reason. I thought that was like a nice detail.
I do think of one time I by coincidence was listening to the Beastie Boys when driving on a gravel road, and I did get to Sabotage. And I started laughing because I was driving on a gravel road, and that made me think of Star Trek.
When I was in man caves or for cavemen, when MCA died, we played their song "A Grade" on Mojo.
Great one.
Very last minute. Like I think we rehearsed it right before we went to the gig. And I thought it was a lot of fun, so I kept wanting him to keep it in the set list, but Pete didn't want to keep it in the set list to the point that he ripped it off of our list of songs, and then he ate it.
Pete, the brother I've never met.
We're gonna have you two on a
I will not
podcast at some
forget this
point.
transgression. Damn it. A Peter never forgets.
Yeah. You've met Pete.
I don't know if he has.
I met Pete many years ago.
Yeah.
Oh, did you? Okay.
once.
Yeah.
I think it was in the hideout or something.
You ran sound for Gong Farmer when Pete was the drummer.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
I did. Yeah. Okay.
Well, someday we're gonna have the Peterson brothers together, and we'll.
Oh, God.
Maybe we'll do. I know Pete wanted us to do a hip hop album, so it's ironic he's not the first one. But
Oh well.
we'll all do a hip hop album together with him. But
I'd like to do a Public Enemy one, honestly. But yeah.
yeah, I'd love to do a Public Enemy album.
Ooh. There's some good ones. So I'm going to throw out the name Ash Nico in there.
Ash Nico is
Nico is fucking
Yeah.
She's a hybrid artist, but she can flow like nobody's business, but she can sing. Ash Nico is
Yeah.
a different beast altogether.
Yeah.
Very her Queen Irby is really good.
Yeah. Oh, there's a lot of good current stuff. Yeah, like
What is there? A Scene Queen? Scene Queen is really
Yeah.
good too.
Dochi's good. Yeah.
Dochi, yeah. Yep. I've got one, her Spooky Coochie.
Yeah.
And it starts with a skit, and kids knock on the door, and she's like, Oh, god damn it, what do you want? What the fuck, are you supposed to be, a tampon or something? Get the fuck off my porch, bitch. I just started listening to it because it came up randomly on YouTube and it was like Spooky Coochie, and I was like, story of my fucking life. All right.
My favorite Doechii song is called Alter Ego, and it's
That's a good one too.
And it's my cat's least favorite song because I pick her up and make her dance to it.
Hated by cats across the country. I never intended for people to make their cats dance to my music, but I guess it is what it is, and I'm you know, I'm really happy, meow.
Yeah. One of the things, maybe I'll save this for when we do a Doechii episode, but one of my favorite things about her as a performer is she's really good at like filling the space between beats with, you know, like little like vocalizations and grunts, and yeah, just really good at knowing where to leave space, where to put something. Just like, yeah.
All that was filthy in my mind.
I mean, that could be considered filthy, but yeah,
I'm
but
sure
just,
of it.
yeah, but just like the you know, stuff like that. Yeah,
That was too close. It was too close. It was speaking of filling space, but I guess to bring it back around, the point is that like probably every one of these artists that we've mentioned has been influenced by the Beastie Boys in some way, shape, or form.
Oh,
even
definitely.
if they don't realize it. Like,
Well,
even, I mean,
But
you know,
before we started the mic, we were talking about how Eminem paid homage to the cover of this album
Yeah.
with his Kamikaze, which I thought was a pretty good album when I
and
listened
you know
to it.
what's funny about that? That album was actually only announced about 5 minutes before it came out.
I remember,
it came out on midnight, and I got a notification saying Eminem surprise drops an album in like 5 minutes, and I was like, nope. I was fucking on. I bought that shit right away, and I still listen to it. I'm like, that first one on there when he goes after the fucking critics and shit is, I don't know that there's ever been another single artist that like has gone after the critics the way he has.
yeah.
Continuously. Like, in the Beastie Boys, they did it a little different. They were like, well, we're awesome musicians and we rock, so we're not going to acknowledge all the hate. And plus, in their heyday, the internet wasn't what it is now either.
Yeah.
No.
So there was a lot of separation there. They weren't hearing,
And we are back after some technical difficulties. If anything seems awkward, oh well.
We all had to poop.
Yeah, we all had to poop at the same time, and
Yeah,
so
we
we
held
went.
hands.
Yeah, we held hands, and we went in Steve's hot tubs. And
Yeah.
hopefully, the neighbors that made eye contact with us aren't calling the cops, but we'll see.
They won't call the cops until they realize that we shitted in their hot tub. Baby Ruth,
That'd be really weird because it's been broken for like 5 years. But
Yeah,
That's because we pooped in it.
it doesn't need to be working to poop in it.
No, not at all.
well, all right. So today we're looking at a classic album that I'm sure we're all very familiar with. Dave, this is one of the ones that we listened to like before we started the podcast, where we were just hanging out after band practice, like listening to records. So this one you can kind of say is a precursor to the podcast.
Yeah,
So
kind of helped inspired the podcast. Yeah.
My copy I have because my stepdad gave me his record collection, so shout out to John. I've listened to it many times since
Well,
it's one
John
of my
must be
possessions.
kind of cool because he like has Beastie Boys. But like, is he not cool now because he gave you Beastie Boys and that's what made him cool?
Well, they don't listen to fucking records.
My dad, my dad gave me all of his records when he got rid of his record player when he and my mom moved into a one-story house. You know, that's just how it goes. You downsize at some point.
Well, I know John listens to a lot of rap, so his music preferences are probably still cool. Although some of the weirder ones in my collection also came from him, so
Yeah.
it's kind of like a best of bread situation where it's like, where did this come from? Oh, it just appeared in my record collection.
You know, I would say that like rosemary or Asiago bread's probably the best of the bread. but like Marble Rye is pretty much up there too.
See, I love me a Marble Rye.
Oh, dude, a pumpernickel or a Marble Rye, dude.
Just with butter and over easy eggs, so you're like dumping it in the yolk like first thing in the morning with a nice cup of strong black coffee.
I did that this morning. I did some chai tea, and I went to the Restaurant Depot, and I got these individually wrapped like butter croissants. So I put those in. I see what I do. I tell people the trick is when you want to preheat something, like to reheat something, don't wait till the oven's 350. Set that oven to preheat and immediately put it in there. And by the time it's preheated, your shit will be cooked evenly and it won't fucking burn.
Yeah.
So I put those in there and heated those up right. Make a couple fried eggs like that, runny yolks, some sausage patties, and some aged cheddar cheese.
Yeah.
Made fucking big ass croissant breakfast sandwiches out of that shit.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I love making like breakfast sandwiches with the runny eggs too, because then like as you're eating it, the yolk is spilling down your chin onto the plate, and then you can just kind of mop it up with the last bits of the sandwich at the end.
It's a lot like eating pussy. I'm not gonna lie. It gets in your beard. You sop it up at the end. I mean, I don't know if you guys are being monetized. I don't know if you can say that on here.
Say what you want.
Oh, perfect then. Yeah. No, it's
No, I just probably won't post this episode in work Slack now. But I don't think anyone listens when I post things in work Slack.
Like, dude, about 30 minutes in, 37 minutes in, he talks about eating pussy and getting in his beard for a minute.
Yeah.
So from minutes 35 through 43, just don't listen to it.
Yeah.
Like, it's fine.
Also, I don't think anyone at work would care.
Well, plus, who's going to get offended by that?
Yeah.
Like, well, there's only one type of person that will get offended by that, and they're not listening to this show anyways.
No, they wouldn't have.
That's dudes that are scared of the cotton candy.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry, bro. If you're scared of the cotton candy, I don't know. You're kind of selfish and you're a little bit of a weenie.
Yeah,
I'm sorry, dude.
Don't trust a dude who
the
who
Beastie
won't do
Boys.
it. Yeah.
You think the Beastie Boys ever turned down some cotton candy? No, never, dude. Not once. Not a once. Not a near. Not a bitch. Nope. Nope. The Beastie Boys, right to license to ill. Like, that's because they was fucking.
Yeah.
They was fucking. They had good medical coverage and shit, but they was fucking. That's why I was licensed to ill.
They're licensed to ill.
Not to catch some shit.
Yeah.
So Licensed to Ill is the debut. It's the debut studio album.
It's debut studio album. Yeah, that makes sense.
But they had been together for a long time at this point. I'm going to use the fact that I read a book about them to fill in that detail.
Oh, there you go. What the fuck? I didn't know we had homework.
Yeah.
Didn't they
I'm over here looking at titties on OnlyFans and shit, and I find out we had homework. God damn.
Didn't they form in like 79 or something like that?
Yeah, they like for a long time they were a hardcore punk band, and then they figured out that they were good at the rap thing and pivoted.
Gee, that sounds familiar.
Because their last release before that was an EP called Pollywog Stew, released in 1982, which I've listened to and I enjoyed.
Yeah.
What is a pollywog?
I think it's a frog type mythical being.
What the fuck? No, I gotta Google it. Hold on. We're gonna Google. Let's see. You guys want to see something cool? Watch this. Hey, Google, make me a sandwich. Oh, you bitch. Normally she's like, poof, you're a sandwich. What is a pollywog? Is a baby frog or toad?
A pollywog is another word for a tadpole, the earliest stage in the life of an amphibian.
Okay, I was close.
This album was released November 15th, 1986 by Def Jam and Columbia Records. Rick Rubin was the producer.
Hell yeah, some of his best work.
We talked about Rick Rubin before during the System of a Down episode. So
I think
not the first time, certainly won't be the last time, because he's had his hands on a lot of my favorite records.
I don't think Rick Rubin exists. I think he's like birds. It's a government conspiracy. Have you ever seen a baby pigeon? No, you haven't. So, Rick Rubin, like birds, he doesn't exist. He's like J.K. Rowling. Yeah, sure, there's one racist chick spewing nonsense, but it's like 82 people that wrote that book.
Yeah,
it's a myth.
The group originally wanted to title the album "Don't Be a it, but Columbia Records refused to release the album under this title.
Yeah.
Good thing they did, honestly.
Thank God.
I don't know if I would have stuck it out with the Beastie Boys if that was the case, honestly. So, yeah.
But is it, here's the question, because this got me in an uproar. Money for Nothing by Dire Straits, right?
Yeah.
He says that in the song.
He does.
And it was explained to me, and even though it was meant, he basically explains a year later, I shouldn't have said it, but it was me talking from the perspective of the shitty delivery guy.
Yeah.
But it didn't come across that way.
Right, yeah.
So I'm kind of wondering if it's one of those sort of things where it's like, don't be a it is like, hey, listen to you homophobic, racist, bigoted motherfucker, don't be a like Big Gay Al from South Park. Get over our town, you with the motorcycle rider.
Yeah, I think it's like that Louis C.K. bit, I think, where he's like, everybody was calling them people that when he was growing up, and people, he says that he never took it as like being anti-gay or anything.
It's like,
and I can see that, but
yeah,
knowing everything we know now about how it makes gay people feel, it's like I'm uncomfortable hearing it or saying it.
Oh, but then, like the Dire Straits thing, like I can still listen to Dire Straits, I can still listen to that song, but they didn't name the album that, Yeah. Like naming the album that would like.
I don't think they were being homophobic when they wanted to title it that.
Well,
I don't know what they would say if they were.
I'm curious.
Yeah.
If it's one of those things where it's like, I would never call a gay person. It's like I would never call a person. So it's like, I guess, while I agree it's a good idea they shouldn't use the word, on the flip side of that, it's only going to be offensive as you make it. You know what I mean? And the Beastie Boys didn't, if they put out that album title, and you as a gay man, not anybody here, I'm just pointing at a random person doesn't exist next to me, for example.
He's pointing at my cat.
Yeah. You were pointing at the cat, yeah.
I called your cat a but as a gay man listening to it, am I going, well, are the Beastie Boys calling me a you see what I mean? There's a couple schools. I'm with you personally.
Yeah.
I think it's just a bad idea.
It's a bad idea. I think,
because nobody knows your intention behind it.
And in the book, the two surviving members said, yeah, that was a bad idea. We're sorry that we ever considered that. And they kind of just left it at that.
And that's pretty much it. That's all you really need to say. We didn't do it. We almost made a bad decision. We didn't make a bad decision, but you know how that goes. I mean, God, anymore, if you're like, I had an idea that was stupid and I didn't do it, people are like, that guy's the devil. But I said I had a thought, and the thought was bad, and I didn't do it. Like, damn. But then again, though, consider this, though. You had NWA in the 80s as the bad boys of hip-hop.
Oh, that's another album we should do.
The Beastie Boys released Don't Be a You've got... Because, okay, so, for example, with racism and things like that, you've now got white boys that aren't really from the hood being these fucking antagonists. It could have been Manson level of fucking trolling, but they're nice guys and they chose not to do that.
Yeah.
But imagine a world where they did, and the Beastie Boys are the bad boys now. Not Motley Crue, not NWA. The Beastie Boys are the bad boys.
I wonder if they just would have never taken off.
I don't think they would have taken off. Like if it would have been called that, I think it probably wouldn't have. It wouldn't have found the same level of purchase, at least.
At least not that one. They would have had an uphill battle after that one, I think.
Yeah.
But anyway, Kerry King of Slayer made an appearance on the album playing lead guitar on Fight for Your Right and No Sleep Till Brooklyn.
Really?
And he also appeared in the videos. According to Kerry King, he wasn't into the Beastie Boys. Rick Rubin was also Slayer's
Took the
producer.
job, like,
And he's like, oh, this will get Slayer's name out there. In his typical Kerry King, grumpy Kerry King way.
Well, he was in the videos.
He could just be like, oh yeah, it was cool to be in a video. He's like, no, I did it for Slayer.
No, he was in the videos, but most people don't know he was in the videos because he's actually only 1.5 feet tall in real life. He looks like a little basketball running around with a guitar and a goatee.
Yeah.
He looks like Wilson from fucking Castaway. But fat.
The No Sleep Till Brooklyn video, I think, is my favorite video from this album. So there's so many great songs. We'll get into which song I like the most once we
That's
do
the one
album,
where
but
the guy that books the venue is just like, we only do rock bands here, right?
yeah.
Oh my God.
This is the band. Hold up a records. Yeah.
Talking about celebrity cameos and videos just made me think about, oh my God, now I fucking lost it. Sam Kinison Wild Thing. Slash, everybody is in that fucking video.
Yeah.
We got to do the Sam Kinison album. Oh my God, I think I love you. Did you ever see him on Married with Children as Al Bundy's guardian angel? Oh my God, Sam Kinison as a guardian angel is as fucking funny as you think it would be.
Right here it says CBX released a video album of the 5 Licensed to Ill videos on Laserdisc. I'll bet you that's one of the expensive ones.
Yeah, I bet.
I noticed, like, it's easy to find just like mid-level movies that they released here, but like
Judgment Night.
Yeah, but like I wanted to find like a Black Sabbath concert on Laserdisc, and I think they only came out in Japan where Laserdisc was more popular. So thus, not only is it more expensive because they made less of them, but also to get it shipped from Japan is outrageous.
See, I've been trying to track down because when I was in school, they had the laser discs of the original Star Wars without any edits or anything.
Oh, I have one.
Oh, yeah.
And I've been trying to track all those laser discs down because they haven't been used. They're probably sitting in OPS storage. Like, that's literally probably where they're fucking sitting.
Yeah.
And they're probably shit now.
Yeah.
But, man, if I could get a hold of some of those.
I have one. I have the original Star Wars pressing of A New Hope on Laserdisc.
Oh, man.
Remember when you bought Spinal Tap on Laserdisc and it came to you broken because the guy didn't pack it right, and he tried to bully you into giving him a positive review?
He's lucky I didn't, because I gave him neutral feedback on that, and he threw a tantrum, and he's lucky I didn't decide to be petty and change it to negative.
Or, drive to your house and stab you with the broken pieces of the Laserdisc.
Yeah.
Sorry, that's just me.
Well, it's funny because I ordered another copy of the Spinal Tap, and it came in a box, and he called me ignorant about shipping Laserdiscs. I'm like, I've ordered hundreds of, at least records, and I've ordered dozens of Laserdiscs. Everyone ships it in a box.
Yeah, you ship it. It's a special box for that.
Yeah.
Like, you ship it the same way you ship a record. Like,
He shipped in a bubble mailer, put like 2 thin pieces of cardboard around it, and called it good. And he's like, you should be mad at the mail handling company. I'm like, well, I am, but you still have to package it sufficiently. But
anyway, we've talked about that on multiple episodes now. So
Yeah.
The artwork for the album, this we'll give to Dave to describe.
it is an airplane, a jet of some kind.
An American Airlines
let's see.
Boeing 727.
Is that what it
727.
is? Okay, 727.
Boeing. Oh no, it's gonna crash. Current of it.
No,
oh,
this
hey,
was-
yeah.
Yeah, this one did. So, unfortunately,
one
we
did.
can't blame this one on Trump. Fuck.
Yeah.
We'll do it anyways. He was around in 86. Fuck him.
Yeah.
86, it was Reagan's fault then.
No, 86, Trump was in the Kremlin, though, so we'll blame him. All plane crashes from now forever. Get Buddy Holly the day the music died. Trump's fault.
Yeah. But yeah, the tail of it says Beastie Boys. And yeah, when you open it or / look at the back, the plane is crashed into like
What
the side
appears
of a
to be a
cliff.
tower in New York.
Yeah. The Beastie Boys did 9/11.
Yeah, the Beastie Boys did 9/11. Look at them. They're right there. They're like, yeah, look at that. And it looks, so the funny thing about this is, if you were to look at it by today's standards, the inside of this album cover, that guy looks like Tim Curry in fucking Rocky Horror Picture Show. That guy looks like Danny Gonzalez. That's a reference. Look it up. He has a couple different YouTube channels. He's fantastic. I love his stuff. Look him up. And then that guy just looks like he's like, I just walked up and these cats were taking a picture, so I jumped in. Like, that. he looks like Booger from Revenge of the Nerds, dude. He looks like anorexic Booger.
But yeah, if you open it up, it's the band posing in front of the globe statue outside the World Trade Center, the wiry one.
Oh fuck! Oh, that's funny. They did do it. Oh
Yeah.
no! Oh fuck! I didn't realize that's what that statue was. But goddamn! Whoa!
The Beastie Boys did 9/11.
Oh fuck! Is that statue still there, or is that gone too?
I have no idea. I
I'm
haven't been to New
imagining
York in a long
sofas outside
time.
the World Trade Center.
Yeah,
I don't think that's there anymore.
No, yeah, I'm guessing probably not. Fuck.
yeah, but
Did
they're
we just wait? What was 9/11? That was 2001.
yeah,
Oh fuck! You can laugh about it now. We're all right.
yeah.
20 years, you can laugh about it.
We've been laughing about it for a while.
Yeah, I'm
like
a
for
piece of shit.
Like, for instance, a really funny thing that happened that has nothing to do with anything that I'm going to go into was around the time, when Barbenheimer was a thing and people were making like mushroom cloud memes with like making it pink with Barbie and all that. Some guy in Japan decided, hey, I'm going to show how offensive this is by doing Barbie 9/11 memes, because then Americans will see that it's offensive, and then everyone like that I know in America has thought that 9/11 has been funny for at least a decade. So so everyone just latched onto it, but not in the way he wanted it to. So yeah.
Hey, Adam.
What?
Knock, knock.
Who's there?
9/11.
9/11 who?
You said you'd never forget.
Oh, that brings me to my next point.
I stole that from Dave.
Would anybody like a drink? Would anybody like a little drink? It's some mango. It's very good. It's got a nice mouthfeel to it. It's not a super burn. My little segment here brought to you by vodka. They ain't paying me to drink it. Not yet.
Bleep.
Sure, yeah.
Have one of those. They're very chill. Like yeah. And if you go to they're 2 for $1. So you can buy a whole sleeve for like $5.
Prost.
Yes, we can't say we have to bleep out what we're drinking, but we're having just a little sip here, pouring one out for the homies.
Ooh.
Don't you drink whiskey sometimes?
I've never liked it.
Oh, fair enough.
It's vodka, Russian. I figured he'd be all about it.
No, I'm autistic, so I can't handle alcohol well. Usually I mix it with stuff.
Because Steve's a fucking communist.
Yeah.
All right. On the inside,
Moving along.
on the inside, we got some concert pictures. Looks like he's throwing. Is he throwing a beer there? Or
I think that's a beer.
Yeah.
That's ropey semen.
Yeah. That's what it looks like when you shake up an open beer and throw it around on
The
stage.
name of my next album is Ropey Semen.
Yeah.
It's called I Need More Water is the first track.
And then they're goofing off in the picture down here. On the other side, it just says Def Jam recordings really big.
Def Jam had a killer lineup at this point, 86.
Have you guys ever played Def Jam Vendetta?
No.
Oh my God. Imagine beating somebody's ass with like hip hop stars, dude. It's like a fighting wrestling game, but you can be Method Man, you can be all kinds of fucking people and just beat the shit out of other rappers.
Nice.
Because at the end of the day, right, like rap beefs are really just two grown men writing angry poetry back and forth to each other.
I did
Are
enjoy.
you guys gonna kiss or what? Like God.
I did enjoy the Kendrick Drake beef a lot.
Oh my God.
I like Kendrick a whole lot better than Drake, and I did before, and so I'm glad that he won.
I love that Kendrick did the
That
shit
one was
during the
so
Super Bowl.
one-sided.
When Kendrick during the Super Bowl was like, A minor.
Yeah.
I was like, no, he didn't. No, he didn't, dude. Like, and
then
honestly, like,
yeah.
I've been watching Drake since he was in the wheelchair in Degrassi.
Yeah.
So I'm watching that. I hated that. I was like, he's in a wheelchair, but I kind of want to push him down a flight of stairs.
Yeah.
He seems like somebody who'd look at my balls in the shower.
Yeah.
So, and nothing wrong with that, but he'd doing a creep. He'd like lick his lips when he does it. Yeah. I'm going to push you downstairs now.
And that shit-eating grin Kendrick got at the Super Bowl when he say Drake.
Yeah,
but you know, honestly,
the picture is legendary.
I listened to it because my son's a huge Kendrick Lamar fan, and I listened to it, and I'm in the minority here. I know it was far better than what Drake did.
Yeah.
But it didn't impress me. I I tried. I didn't.
I wanted to like it, but I have to say his music's not for me.
That's what I'm saying, and that's my genre. Like that's what I do. Like, but I just it. And I told Memphis that doesn't mean that it's bad.
Yeah.
Anything that we say on this, anything that you guys say on any episode, doesn't mean that anybody's saying necessarily that like you're a piece of shit for liking this. We're just saying that these are our opinions,
Yeah.
and like
If Sean was here, he'd probably say you're a piece of shit if you like Iced Earth.
yeah. Like, we're not gonna judge you just because you like Ice Earth. Doesn't mean that you did an insurrection. It does mean that you probably do meth and fuck your sister.
Yeah.
But you know that's your business, man. And when your baby comes out with 3 eyes, as long as my tax dollars don't go to covering that, I'm okay with John Schaefer because he has 2 tongues now.
Yeah.
Like whatever, dude. I'm fine. You have 4
yeah.
ass cheeks.
My opinion on the new Kendrick album, it doesn't have like the diss tracks on it though, but I liked it a whole lot better than his previous album, which was Mr. Morale and the Big Stepper. I thought that one was incredibly disappointing for me.
Yeah, I agree.
But I really did like his one of his like really older ones, which is To Pimp a Butterfly. I think that was the high point of his
That's
career.
decent. Yeah, I can agree with that. Yeah, like, and the thing is about like people you know this, people that are fans of artists like the Beastie Boys and shit, they'll get up in arms if you say anything negative, and it's like no. This is just my opinion. I'm not saying like who's the worst person I can think of right now. Oh, I don't know. Let's see. Cardi B. Okay, I can't stand Cardi B. Like, I'm not a fan.
Yeah.
But she goes on stage and she does her thing, and people have an amazing fucking time at it. It's not for me, but for me to say it's not talent, well, I'm not a gatekeeper. I'm not the arbiter of what's talent. Like, there's a lot of people that shit on the Beastie Boys. Like, that's not... Well, and they continually just crushed it. Just ignored that bullshit and just crushed it, because music is subjective, and if your goal is to get everybody to like you, you should probably stop now.
Yeah.
Because that's not
You're never going to be able to. I mean,
even people
when I submitted my EP for reviews, I mean, I got plenty of good commentary, but I also got plenty of commentary where people are like, I don't like your song, it gives me anxiety. So I mean, everybody's different, so art's gonna affect everybody differently.
Yeah.
And that's it. Like, I might be like, you're a piece of shit for liking Five Finger Fart Box.
Well, it's like,
but if that's what you like and that's what does it for you, I still think you punch drywall and drink Monster Energy drinks all day and probably have a fucking ankle monitor. But
Monster mixed with Everclear.
That's not my job. I'm not here to judge you. That's some other deity's imaginary friend in the sky's job to judge you, not me, dude. Do I want to hang out with you if you listen to Five Finger Fruit Punch? No, I probably don't.
I've actually seen them live. I saw them on their first albums tour.
I'm sorry.
Well, I went to see Shadows Fall.
Okay.
And like, he comes out on stage in a bulletproof vest. And like, he takes it off later. He's like, "Oh yeah, that's what they give you when you make a lot of enemies." Like, nobody wants to shoot you, Ivan Moody.
Nobody wants to waste a bullet. I'm sorry, dude.
That sounds like posturing to me, honestly.
Oh, it is.
You know what's gonna happen next, right?
I mean, that's what they are. They're pure posturing.
What's gonna happen is Ivan is gonna be on stage, and somebody's gonna take a shot, and a bunch of dudes are going to tackle him, and he's going to get up and have a ketchup packet on his ear and be like, "See, that's what happens when people don't like you. They take huge shots at you. Huge shots at you." I don't know why he was British, but that's whatever. It's fine.
Remember when his band abandoned him on stage, like mid-set?
They're like, "Dude, what the fuck are you doing right now?"
Well, and he just started like fucking around in front of like an entire like audience full of people, and I thought the band was done, but I'll bet you some genius manager like somehow got them all to.
Well, look at Aaron Lewis and his Stain.
That fucking guy.
And now he's back with Stain. They released a new song about 6 months ago, and it was him basically apologizing for being a conservative piece of shit. He was literally, you listen to the song and he's like, Basically, I was wrong, and I'm sorry I hurt your feelings and excluded you because I'm a fucking douche. Like,
his conservative country album was even worse than Stain's rock stuff, and that's saying something.
Yeah.
Both are
Stain
bad.
Break the Cycle was that was their own, that was their pinnacle. That was their pinnacle. Before that, they had Mud Shovel, and they where they fucked up where it's been a while since I could see my wiener over my belly. It's been a while, but I can declare legally
Deep Fat
dead
Fried
now.
Creed. Ugh.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Anyway, License to
remember
Ill.
when Scott Stapp got beat up by 311?
Remember when Scott Stapp was in a sex tape with Kid Rock? I'm not
I
making
do
that
remember
up.
that.
All right, License to Ill.
License to Ill.
Produced by
Sucked
Rick
Big
Rubin.
Bob off something crazy, and then Big Bob sold him a car.
License to Ill. Produced by Rick Rubin. Co-produced by the Beastie Boys. Head engineer Steve Ett.
I know that guy.
Mastered by Hallie
I think I
Weinberg.
sucked him off in a Kmart.
Cover art by
In the dressing room or the bathroom?
Holmes.
In the aisle, dude. I ain't got time for that.
Nice.
I got a mouth to feed.
It says right here that Rick Rubin actually played rhythm guitar on No Sleep Till Brooklyn, which is
Really?
interesting because I didn't know he played an instrument.
I've never heard of him doing that.
I think he's. I don't think he's like a real like technical like lead type player.
But
But
he
yeah.
couldn't get it right, and he's like, "Listen, just give me the fucking guitar.
Yeah.
It's 3 fucking chords. Give me the shit." And they were like, "Oh,
If you want to join their fan club, you can send a letter to 298 Elizabeth Street in New York.
we
It
should
says
do that.
Send for T-shirts and bullshit. I'm curious
okay."
what would happen
So
if you sent a
listen,
letter to-
everybody, listen to this right now. Steve, repeat that address slowly and clearly.
Well, I'm gonna bleep it because I'm not gonna.
No, repeat
I'm
it.
not gonna send the audience.
No,
like,
repeat it. Because, I mean, I feel like we should test this out and see
Yeah.
if a motherfucker still answers.
Yeah.
They put it on their album, so we're not doing anything that's not right.
No, yeah.
I mean, what's the address? Come on, give it to
Yeah.
him.
You don't need to bleep it.
298 Elizabeth Street,
298 Elizabeth Street,
New York, New York,
New York, New York,
112.
112.
And it says send for T-shirts and bullshit.
Send for T-shirts and bullshit.
And bullshit.
So what we'd like
Let's
you to
look
do,
it up. Let's see what's there now.
We'd like you guys to hit him up and see, because maybe it's one of their moms, and she'd be like, "These are his pissy sheets from when he was 5." I don't fucking know. Maybe they'll send you something cool. I don't fucking know.
Or maybe Mike D occasionally checks like a PO box now or something.
yeah, and it's just him with a picture. It's just a picture of him flipping you off.
Yeah.
Like dick. Thanks.
Well,
All
it
right.
looks like it's just a building.
Yeah, which is probably what it was before.
Let's do it.
Yeah, everybody, please run that back. Send something to the address in care of, what's the name of the show?
We want to join the Beastie Boys fan club.
What's the name of the show, Dave?
Side 1, side B.
So you should send it in care of side 1, side B, Steve and Dave, and you should see what happens and report back, because this is the second episode they brought me in for, and I would kill
It's the third episode.
Third episode.
Well, you know what? I'm drunk and a little stoned, so it's fine. But, time is an abstract construct, ultimately. So, but really, though, honestly, like, that would be fun as hell if they get any shit from that. Like,
Yeah.
I will come back and I will read every angry fucking email you got from the Beastie Boys, because if this show gets an angry mail from the Beastie Boys or any of their reps, we have hit the pinnacle of what the show can really achieve.
Even better-
We started
yeah.
a few. First of all, years ago, we started a feud with Scott Bakula. Fuck him. If you're listening, Scott, I'm gonna fucking arm wrestling match, dude. Arm wrestling match, followed by a pussy eating contest, followed by a chugging of Guinness contest. You won't make it past the first round. But Scott, so we tend to start. We don't want to start shit with the Beastie Boys because we love them. However,
Scott Bakula can eat shit.
Scott Bakula can suck my chode.
All right, the track listing on License to Ill.
Well, the first side.
Yeah, side 1, we got Rhymin' and Stealin', The New Style, She's Crafty,
Yeah, she is.
Posse in Effect, Slow Ride,
Girls.
and Fight for Your Right, which was recently covered by Motley Crue, and they did the worst version of that song I have ever heard.
We don't even need to talk about that because this whole thing's going to turn into Motley Crue and how Motley Crue has been so I have a doctor, right? He's a bone cracker. He cracked your bones. And he does all the shit for like the big stars that come through town and whatnot, which is cool because I'm like, I'm just a dude that's drunk in front of the bodega. So it's cool that you fucking do this shit for me too. And he charges them way more. But years ago, he's at the Motley Crue show at the CHI downtown. It was the Quest Center, I think, at the time.
It'll always be the Quest Center to me.
Yeah. It'll always be named after a different corporation.
Yes. It will always.
I always wonder if somebody that's not familiar with the city is like, oh, the CHI Health Center. All right, I'm bleeding out. We need to go there right now.
I got a broken arm. What the fuck, man? This is the biggest hospital I've ever been in. What the fuck? What do we just go in here? Just go in there and lay on the floor. We'll be right with you. Promise. But like they were there and he was doing massages because, Mick Mars was sick and he has bone problems and whatnot, and he gives them massages and he's sitting in back with them and he hears Mick Mars just tearing it up and he's like, dude, who the fuck is that playing? That's Mick. Wait a minute, Mick's sitting right here. And they're like, oh yeah, that's the tech that plays Mick. They literally have a tech behind the curtain playing his fucking guitar parts on a monitor, like watching him mimicking.
I always thought Mick was the only one that played actually live, because I know Nikki Sixx doesn't actually play bass.
No, Mick has been hurting for probably close to 30 years.
Well, he's not in the band anymore. So,
yeah, well, because he has a degenerative arthritis bone disease. And so, to their credit, at least I'll give those bastards that. They said, we'll bring in somebody so you can still be on stage. And that's kind of why they're getting sued right now.
Well, then they kicked him out, so.
Yeah. But that brings us back around again to that age of, you look at the Beastie Boys' rise on this album versus like Motley Crue at the time and what these bands were doing, and it's with the way rock and especially hair metal was at that time in 1986. The Beastie Boys breaking through with this album was not expected. Was not based on, it just, they had everything going against them, more or less. Like,
well, I mean,
if you're Motley Crue versus the Beastie Boys, a record company's looking at that and going, proven since 1982, metal, blah, 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 this, that, and the other. The Beastie Boys were true pioneers in the art of putting their shit in the forefront. Like, instead of going, dude, we can't compare to a Motley Crue or an Alice Cooper Poison, which I believe was 86 also. Like, we can't compete with that. Instead of that, they went, we're not the same thing. We're not competing for the same group of fans. So let's go toe to toe and let's see what happens. That's a ballsy move. That's a career-ending move if you don't plot that correctly.
Well, three white boys going from hardcore punk to rap. I mean, we've talked about on the show how punk and hip-hop have a lot in common, but...
Oh, definitely.
I mean, sound-wise, that's a pretty big change, and it was a pretty ballsy move. But it sounds like they were just kind of just having fun with it, and I think that's why it's probably why they had so much success, is because it was so earnest.
Oh, agree. Those guys, you don't ever see them not having fun.
Yeah,
and that's the thing I've always said about this business is that it's a job, but it's a fun job, and when it stops being all job and no fun, time to kick rocks and do something else. When it's not fun anymore, man, I get there at times, where it's just loading, unloading, dealing with bullshit. It's not fun.
Yeah.
But then you get up there for 45 minutes, and for 45 minutes or an hour, you're a god. And that's what we live for. That's what we live to do. And I think even at the height of their popularity, these cats lived to play in front of people and throw it down. And to me, that's the true, mark of a great musician.
Yeah.
Like, we're willing, we don't, great, we got a great album right now, it's doing great things, but ultimately, fuck that, man. I want to get out on stage and be in front of these fucking people and interact. Like, That to me, that's just me personally, but that's the mark of like what makes artists good artists or great artists. Did the Beastie Boys have a long run? No. They had spots here and there where they were doing great, but they were having fun. They were respecting their audience, and they weren't doing a disservice to their audience by caving into pressure. That's art. And that's what I think people forget about the Beastie Boys is that, well, it's white rappers in the 80s. This shit is an art piece.
Yeah.
As much as you go to the Louvre and see the Mona Lisa or anything else, this piece is not just an album. It's a piece of historical American art.
Yeah. Well, and then like one thing I really respect about them too is like how long they would take between albums if they needed to. Like if they weren't feeling it for a while, they would just keep trying until they had whatever it was that they needed to make the next album work. And so you would have like long gaps with no new Beastie Boys record, but then they'd come back with something amazing and completely different and out of left field because they took their time with it.
I think a lot more musicians need to do that because there are some bands that just on a like clockwork like pump out an album every 2 years, and it's like, did you really like if you took your last 4 albums and took the best songs off of that, you'd have one good, like great album.
Yeah.
Well, it's like the label asked me about a month or two ago, like, when do you want the album to come out? We want it to come out here, and I was like, nope, I cannot give you a date until I feel like it's ready. It might be the end of the year, but we have 19 other releases from artists, so we have, like, I don't want to drop it until it's 100% ready. If that takes a year to do that, it's about the integrity of the fucking song.
Well, that's why I've been working on my solo album since 2019. I'll release it when I think it's done. And I'm glad absolutely. I don't have like a contract that's forcing me to push it out because I've learned so much about songwriting and production just in the course of like working on that album.
Oh, so, yeah. And that's one thing that I like is that I'm not forced to any arbitrary deadline to release stuff. Like I'm not, at least not yet. Like not yet. You know, we're getting going. But
yeah,
for right now, at least I can release it as I see fit. If I'm like, let's release the next single on July 5th. Well, then it's July 5th. You know, because I think it's ready, and I feel like it's respectful to the audience. Like this is good. I'm not going to give them trash. I'd rather give them nothing. Like, listen to the good stuff you like, then give you garbage.
Don't want to give them Adam farting on a snare drum, right?
If we can sample it, add a little reverb, loop that shit, then maybe. Maybe. Once I tricked my wife into being on an album back in like 2011. I asked her to check a mic for me. I was like, those words on the screen, I just need you to sing them. I'm going to leave the room. She goes, really? I was like, just sing them. That's all I need you to test the mic levels for me. And she said, okay. And to this day, you have to listen real close. But if you listen real close on a particular song, her vocals are on that album. And to this day, she won't come near a live mic with me. I don't care if it's live in a venue anywhere else. I'm not coming near you with a mic because I do not trust you now. Like, well, you know what? It was beautiful and it was natural, and you didn't know that you were
something you could do once. Yeah,
I got called like that. My producer, everybody called me up because they were like, about that video you took on Friday, and I was like, what video? I was hammered. I really don't remember. It's a video of me doing karaoke with some random dude from fucking Detroit, and we're like dancing and like singing shit. I don't even fucking remember. I never met this dude in my life. But the label's like, this is great. I'm like, okay, so what you're telling me is just go get drunk and do karaoke at random places now. Oh, well, that's pretty good. That's a good
Put that
deal.
over one of your own songs for the music video.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I thought. I was like, this is great fucking footage. Yeah. I'm going to use this and just put my own shit over the top of it. It'll be great.
All right, we've been talking for an hour without listening to music.
Yeah, let's spin the shit.
Yeah. We're back from side 1 of "License to Ill" by the Beastie Boys. What do you guys think?
Solid side of music.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's one of those, honestly, to where it's like, you don't, I don't know, I guess you don't pay attention to the time on it. Like, this album's 44 minutes, that's 20 some odd minutes. It doesn't really seem like that.
It didn't feel like it now.
No,
Yeah.
like, it's not, there's no, I like to say, like, because my approach to making an album is all thriller, no filler. And I feel like that's kind of what the Beastie Boys were about, too. There may not be songs that are girls or whatever that was on the radio, but if you listen to it end to end, you're not going to skip anything.
No.
Yeah, no, there's not a bad
You're
song.
going to hit play and you're going to let it ride. Like,
I also like how high energy the whole thing was, even though it was kind of slow tempo for the most part, just like a slow, steady beat, but just, like everything sounded huge. Everyone sounded enthusiastic. Like how they would like rap, but then everyone would shout along to like the last word of a measure was iconic. Like people joke about it now, but that was iconic, and like it was great how they did it.
Well, yes, it sounds like they're absolutely having a blast making this, and
Yeah.
it's infectious. It makes you feel like you're in on the fun as well.
exactly.
And like I was saying, like right when I hit the record button, it's a lot of the other rap groups at this time, they were rapping about a lot heavier of subjects, and the Beastie Boys just
Definitely.
we're kind of like. It sounds like what a bunch of like teenagers, early 20-year-old people would be rapping about.
Like pirates.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But yeah, overall, I think, like I said, it sounds. It's a lot of infectious fun.
Yeah.
I really like the use of like the 808 drums throughout it.
Yeah.
The snare, too. That
Yeah.
snare was just iconic. I mean, and a lot of times people don't think about. I don't think people give as much attention to drummers as they deserve, because the drums in these songs are carefully crafted. Like it's very.
I think there's a good mix of programming along with like actual playing.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
There's a lot of earworms in it.
And I like how like the big dirty, like distorted 808 snare sound too.
Yeah.
And like I think they double it
Yeah.
up a lot of the time.
I love using the 808 for our song Chili Con Carnal just
Yeah.
because it's iconic. It's such an iconic sound.
Yeah.
Track by track, Rhyming and Stealing, like you said, it's about pirates. I noticed the riff they use is the Black Sabbath Sweet Leaf riff. I think somebody's actually playing it. I don't think they took it from the Sabbath album. But overall, it's a lot of fun rapping about pirates.
Yeah. But it's a great opener.
Yeah, and it might be my favorite on this side if you don't count Fight for Your Right.
It is a great one. When I think of like Rick Rubin production, this is the song I think of.
Yeah. Classic. Just has Rubin's fingerprints all over it, which are not. Yeah, put it close to my mouth, Steve. Oh, it fell down again. Oh, then it went back up. Did you see that? That fucker went boop, 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 boop. Because it wants me to talk through my ass, which is what I normally do, so...
The mic stand has a half chub.
No, that would be me. I'm the whole chub. Chub's bumper. So, people think it's because, you like sandwiches and you're a fat guy. No, when they realize a chub is just another name for a little fucking half chub, you know what I'm saying? They're going to get mad. One of the like co-owners of the label was like, I know what you're doing. And I was like, what do you mean? He's like, chubs, that means a half stock. That means a half wiener. He goes, I know what you're doing right now. And I was like, and it's good though, right? He's like, it's hilarious because nobody knows. And they're like, Chubbs, what's up? They're just really saying half hard wiener. He's like, and it's pretty fucking funny. I was like, yeah, I took that page from the Tool playbook. Do you know why Tool named themselves Tool? Does anybody know?
Why?
Because they thought it would be funny to see people wearing a t-shirt that says Tool on it. I fucking swear to God, like, that's a real story.
well,
like, they were like, people are walking around, you're a fucking Tool. Like, this is great.
Well, like Steely Dan is a dildo.
Yeah. Did you ever read the interview with Steely Dan where the dude asked him about yacht rock? Mm-hmm. And he was like, this interview's over.
Yeah.
He's like, fuck you. This interview's over. We're not going to talk about this. Fuck off. And I'm like, listen, I like Steely Dan, so don't call it yacht rock because that's going to make me hate Steely Dan. Because if you have a yacht, I'm sorry, but if you're listening to this program and you have a yacht, I'm not sure why you're listening to this program. But what I want you to do...
Considering what me and Dave say about billionaires on a few episodes, it would be kind of interesting.
If you do have a yacht, what I'd like you to do is take 3 steps back and literally fuck your own face right now. That's what I'd like you to do, but not in the way that you enjoy it, like you often do. I want you to do it in the way of, like, I don't know, my best friend's gonna get murdered unless I suck this dick. You're not gonna like it, you're gonna hate it. I want you to hate fuck your own cock with your face. If you own a yacht, that's what I want you to do.
If you have a yacht, I want you to take it off the coast of Spain into orca-infested waters and just let nature take its course.
Speaking of Spain, I saw something interesting today. Did you know that after a 500-year tradition, Mexico has banned bullfighting?
Oh, fuck.
They have finally banned bullfighting. And people are now calling on Spain to do the same. 500-year tradition, and it's now gone. And I think that's awesome because I found something out today when I read that. Do you know what happens when the bull wins?
They kill it.
You know what happens when the bull loses?
They kill it.
Bingo. Yeah, so I thought that was really interesting. Although, random thought, if you play Tony Hawk Pro Skater, there's the bullfighting arena and a bull will run you over and fuck you in the ass. But if you do the cheat codes and turn on God mode and infinite grind, that is your best friend. Because then you can just play that game with your friends and see who gets the highest score.
I think 2 of my favorite heads of state right now are the President of Mexico and the Prime Minister of Spain. So, like, Claudia Sheinbaum of Mexico and Pedro Sanchez of Spain. They're the ones who are standing up to the bullshit the most out of anyone.
Well, if they really want to end bullshit literally, then the guy from Spain should be like, hey, no more bullfighting.
Yes.
We will give Social Security to the matadors. Like, that's what we will do. We will, because we don't want you to not have jobs, but we will train you and teach you how to do butchering and things like that. You know, things you're used to.
Yeah.
And we'll give you new jobs and whatever, but matadors, you can just, wear your capes and show off for tourists. We'll figure something out for you.
You know how Trump was telling NATO that all the members should spend more money on the military? Pedro Sanchez was like, no, we're not doing that. Pedro Sanchez also was, like, in 2018 during his first term as prime minister, he was the one who told everyone, hey, we're not going to have Francisco Franco in the Cemetery of Honor anymore, and so they moved his remains. So the fascist dictator that won the Spanish Civil War is no longer buried in honor as of 2018.
Good.
He's also from the Socialist Party. Sanchez is.
Hey, Steve, I got a question for you since I'm also on my phone too. Hey, well, hold on. That would be yes, right?
Well, of course.
That would be a yes. It doesn't matter. That's going to be an inside joke of the show. But you just need to know that AJ Applegate that approved. You are approved. Yes, you are. Yes, you will. You will be in the cabinet. Yes, you will be in the cabinet of the new government.
All right.
Well, speaking of the new government, next song, the new style.
I like the way the beat would they would kind of drag the drums out some. That was really cool. I liked the emulator stabs. I also liked how the drop is later referenced. All the way in 1999 on Intergalactic off of my personal favorite. I'm not going to say it's the best because I think the best is their second album, Paul's Boutique, but like my personal favorite record of theirs, Hello Nasty.
That's actually my screen name. Hello Nasty.
Yeah, like you, I like the stabbing on that. I like the weird braggadocious nature of the lyrics, but it's all like inconsequential like things. Really,
It's a little. It's self-aware about the
Yeah.
braggadociousness. It's a joke.
Yeah, exactly. It's a really funny take on that.
Here's a funny take on that. Would you or won't you? Would you fuck a midget you met on OnlyFans?
Yes.
A hot one.
Hypothetically, sure. Yeah.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
Just random stuff.
Yeah.
You know, paying the bills over here, you know. My OnlyFans, is, Milton Graybush. And you can check out pictures of my feet.
Sean's wife's OnlyFans is on sale.
Is it really?
No.
Well, don't play with me, dude, because I will fucking look that shit up right now.
Flex's OnlyFans is on sale.
Because I will send. Well, how do you think? Do you think he'd be really upset if I send a fucking? Do you know what a tribute is? Do you know what a tribute is? Steve laughed, so he knows what a
His
tribute
wife
is.
would hunt you down.
Yeah,
and
she
kick you
would-
in the
no.
Well,
balls.
if she has an OnlyFans, why is she?
She
mad
does not
about
have
it?
an OnlyFans.
Oh, well, no.
That's a joke from one of our songs. She said that if anyone asks about an OnlyFans because of that song, she's gonna kick them in the balls. So
Well,
Yeah.
tell her your legs are too short to slap box with God's balls. So go ahead and take a shot because I'll pay $15 to see your cooter. I don't care, dude. Whatever.
I can't wait to send this clip to Sean.
Oh, it's gonna be great. Be like, Adam wants to see your wife's cooter. I mean, he's not thirsty for it, but if she's gonna show it on sale, I will look. Did you really spend $38 to see a chick's vagina on OnlyFans? Yeah. I did. Porn is free, right? Yeah, but this chick specifically, I wanted to see what she had for lunch. So, whatever, dude. Like, fuck you. Like, you spent $9 on a latte at Starbucks this morning. Kiss my fucking balls, dude. At least I could save this shit and spank to it later. Like, fuck you. Like, whatever, man.
I don't know. I can spank to a latte a day later.
I mean, when I was in jail and I was arrested and I was forced into a solitary confinement myself, I found it difficult to masturbate to, but not impossible.
All right. New style though. Like great song. She's crafty. Great beat. This is my favorite on the first side. I like the 808 mixed with like the real cowbell played live.
Yeah, the 808 drums and then the ooh voices in the background going off the whole time. It's ridiculous.
The guitar.
It's funny.
Yeah.
It's a great song.
Yeah. But yeah,
Good stuff.
It's my favorite on this side because Girls and Fight for Your Right have been played a bunch on the radio. So this one's just like, this one feels a little more novel in a way.
So since we're in this nice ass studio, which if you guys don't know, this dude has a really nice fucking house. It's fucking huge. Like 8 bathrooms, 3 bedrooms. It's
yacht.
weird to have 8 bathrooms and 3 bedrooms. But it's like, if it's yellow, let it mellow kind of mentality. So if it's yellow, just go to the next one. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
But are any of the pissers occupied right now?
No.
Okay. I just wanted to know because I drank a sleeve since I got here, so I'm like, man, I'm gonna have to piss eventually like a Russian racehorse getting chased by a glue truck at the Kentucky Derby. Like, goddamn.
Are you telling us you need to take a piss break?
Oh yeah, but we should just keep going because I'll yell from the bathroom.
Okay.
I'll be like,
Yeah.
fuck this bitch. I don't think we care.
Yeah. Posse in effect while Adam pisses.
Once, I loved the Beastie Boys so much when I was like 7 or 8 in my parents' basement on the wall. I wrote APP Adam Peterson. I don't know why I put 2 P's, whatever, don't matter. Pussy Master, that's what the second P is for. But I put AP Peterson and Posse, and I spelled Posse wrong, and I wrote it in 3-foot letters on my parents' basement wall. That still remained there years later when we fucking moved out. So, like, fight for your right to party, fight for your right to spell posse completely and horribly wrong because you're like 7 or 8.
One thing I like
The Beastie Boys touched me. Wait a minute. Hold on, that's gonna get off a whole nother. That's no getting off. God damn it, stop it. The Beastie Boys held a spot in my heart, because in this day and age, if I say the Beastie Boys touched me when I was 8, like, God damn, dude, they're going to exhume that poor fella. Like, we don't want that. Like, no, the Beastie Boys never touched me, I promise. No Sleep Till Brooklyn was not about playing with 8-year-olds from Nebraska. I promise you it wasn't.
My notes for this one are essentially the same as the other songs. It's I like the 808 drums on it. I think the biggest thing my brain latches onto is I don't need 2 mics on me.
I know, but that's funnier when it goes that way. I was like, sir, what do you think about this?
Future editing me is gonna hate you.
I just thought about that the second I did that. I was like, oh, this is gonna fuck it up, isn't it?
Yeah.
This is an extra 30 minutes at work.
One thing I liked about this one is just like how much more minimalistic it was than She's Crafty, but it maintained the same level of energy. So like this one was mainly just like drum machine record scratches and like some emulator stabs here and there, but it didn't feel like it was like slowing down from anything previously. It was just keeping at that same level.
It also sampled a dad rock riff from, I think, Aerosmith. I think that's an Aerosmith song.
Oh yeah.
All right, Adam's still taking a piss, but we'll talk a bit about Slow Ride here.
Taking a slow ride into the toilet.
That's the one with the lowrider sample, right?
Yep.
Yeah, which is fitting.
And they sped it up.
I also put strong 808 sound. This seems to be a trend with this album.
Oh,
Yeah.
very, very much so. Man,
This one, you could definitely tell they were layering it too. Like this was multiple tracks of like the same drum machine just piled on top of each other, or maybe just like multiple 808s playing at the same time because they had money. Big studio money. 80s Def Jam Records money.
so I'm back, and I just want to say that, having an OnlyFans is fucking great, especially if you know the person. But, walking into the bathroom and letting them pee on you for $5 is pretty fucking awesome. That's the best OnlyFans I just subscribed, dude, and I got to pee on somebody for $5. That was great.
But what do you think of Slow Ride?
Slow Ride is good. Slow Ride. Slow Ride. Take it easy. Slow Ride. Slow down. Come on, baby, one more time. Oh, different Slow Ride. Slow Rides are great. If it's Slow Rides can be a double-edged sword. I'll just say that. The song, not a double-edged sword. The song cuts right through the bullshit and is fantastic and makes me think about fat-bottomed girls that make the world go round. Yeah. That's what I think about when I hear Slow Ride.
Next one, a classic. Girls.
Well, that's obvious. I mean, I've already said enough about getting shit in my beard on this episode. So, I mean, I think we know how I feel about that song.
Yeah, I like the composition of this. Like, I like the this one doesn't have the 808 really. It just has like the toy piano and ba 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 ba.
It's just perfect.
You know what it reminds me of? The beat of this always reminds me of, and I don't know why, because it has nothing to do with the other. That always reminds me of John Candy and Uncle Buck. I don't even know why, but it's just, I guess, that era.
Yeah.
But that's always that, and to not have the bass kicking and a huge beat thumping behind that, just to have the that's a ballsy move to fucking release put it on an album is one thing. To release it as a single, that's ballsy, dude. That should, if you look at the history of music of all genres, that should not have worked.
Yeah, I can even picture a record executive being like, "You want to release this as the
production on it's not, compared to some of the other stuff. The production on it's not great. It's kind of a demo-esque quality to it, and I think that was obviously done intentionally. And so the genius mind that came up with, okay, let's wrap this up and it's going to sound like a demo, but it's going to sound like one of the most popular #1 hit demos of all time.
Yeah.
And it worked. And it fucking absolutely worked. They said it's one of those cases where instead of overanalyzing it, they looked at it and went, it's a great song.
Yeah.
Leave it alone.
Like it's catchy as fuck.
Yeah, leave it alone.
Yeah. Like the piano bit is an earworm, and then I like the lyrics too, how they're kind of like self-deprecating, self-aware. Like there's a like it's a hapless, like for a song called Girls and about how he wants girls, it's about striking out, which I think is fun. It's not like as braggadocious as some of the other songs do. It's just
Gong Farmer has songs about that.
yeah.
Written by the other guy.
Yeah. Yeah, it's funny, it's fun, it's an earworm. It's a classic for a reason.
Yeah. And then, of course, another classic, Fight for Your Rights. Probably their most punk-sounding song on this record.
Yeah.
Besides the one opening the next side, of course. But, I mean, this one's a classic for a reason. It's just, it's great. It's got a great music video.
Kick it!
Yeah. It makes you want to headbang. And when I discovered it when I was probably about 16, I mean, it's a perfect song for a 16-year-old.
Yeah. But it's self-aware enough that when you get older and more mature, you can like, there's like some irony to it, so you can enjoy it for the irony too. So yeah.
Yes. What? Let me just put my... You ever see some shit on your phone where you're like, I'm done. I'm done for the fucking internet. I'm done with the internet today, dude. I can't. That was just too... That was too much. When you're expecting titties and you get a colonoscopy, it's... Bro, like, that's why I was like, I'm going to make that comment right now, because this is... all I really want is, wait a second, hold on. Wait a minute. let me, what, can I get a little, like, come on, man. Like, man, we got all this medical advances. Can Stevie Wonder just get a peek? Just for a second, can we this motherfucker see some ass and titties for just like half a second? Just a little, just a little something, like, damn. Can we get Stevie to see? Please. Stevie listens to the girls and he's like, I don't know what that is. I'm like,
Well, I mean,
damn.
you can feel.
Well, he can feel, but he can't see. I mean, she might have $1 million body and a 10-cent face. Stevie don't know.
Maybe he's got this idea in his head, like what a naked girl looks like. So if like he got sight, and he'd be like, oh, that wasn't what I was picturing at all.
Dude, he's probably picturing a Cylon or some shit. He don't even know, dude. This bitch got tentacles. Somebody done fucked Stevie up and told him hentai was a real thing. This bitch got tentacles and it always goes in your butt. And he's like, I didn't know any better. I don't know, dude. Whatever. Wet mouth is wet mouth. I don't fucking know. I'm Stevie Wonder. Like, whatever, dude. Like, Ted Nugent. How do you think he got famous?
So what'd you think of Fight for Your Right?
Anthem for generations.
Yeah.
Like, that's an anthem that I feel like just, it goes to previous generations after that. And what's funny is, do you know that they wrote that song as a rib?
Of what?
Fight for Your Right to Party? They wrote that as a rib of Kyle Douchebag Monster Energy Drinks Fuckers. That's what they wrote that song as. It was a parody of people like, party on Wayne, party on Garth.
Yeah.
Before that even happened, that was their attempt to go, God, you guys are so fucking stupid. Like, God, you fucking... Pops caught me smoking man. He says, no way. Mom threw away my best porno mag. Like, no, it's totally them. Like, it's like I said earlier about it being tongue in cheek and them just being like, you're a doucher. Douche canoe.
Yeah. I also like that like Public Enemy did like a response song to it called Party for Your Right to Fight, which is one of my favorite songs of theirs off of It Takes a Nation of Millions to Hold Us Back album. It's great, yeah.
I just bought a shirt at my last show from the headliner, Ouija Mac. And it's a shirt that's all in white and it's red, like looks like blood. It's printed, and it says "See a Nazi, stomp a Nazi."
Yeah.
And on the back, it has a cartoon version of him just smashing, just stomping a Nazi's fucking skull in.
Nice.
Memphis bought that shirt because he was like, "Controversy creates cash, right? I'm gonna fucking wear this shirt everywhere I fucking go." I was like, yeah, because honestly, if anybody has a problem with that shirt, you're probably fucking Nazi, dude. Like,
Yeah.
I don't understand. Like, if anybody's like, no, wait a minute, you can't just hit people. Sit the fuck down, sympathizer. Listen, Das Führer, we don't have enough time for your bullshit right now. So, just sit down. It's fine. You'll get some gruel. It's fine. We'll feed you. We'll give you a smallpox blanket. It's fine. Because that's the American way, you know.
All right. So, sounds like you got to take off.
Yes, I do.
Okay, so we're going to move on to side 2 here. Adam's got to take off because he's a family guy.
Hey, Lois, I think I'm just... Listen. So, is there... you want a big bowl of beef stew? Tell me, baby, is there any tread left on the tires, or is it just like throwing a hot dog down a hallway? Listen, Junior. Listen, just because I got my own show doesn't mean that you can come on here. But I love you, Daddy. Listen, Junior, we have to get back to the thing, so he's gonna ask us some questions. So we just giggity. It'll be fine.
So we got No Sleep Till Brooklyn.
No Sleep Till Brooklyn. I once knew a stripper named Brooklyn, so the song really gets me in the funny parts. No, sleep till Brooklyn, because that bitch was so boring that you just go to sleep. Like, I want a fucking stripper, and then they're like, yeah, this is very exhausting. No Sleep Till Brooklyn, classic solo, like, proving again that, like, the Beastie Boys can write a song about traveling and fucking and doing all kinds of crazy shit. I have nothing against profanity in music. Like, I don't, obviously on this fucking show, I have pussy juice in my beard. I don't give a fuck. But, like, they managed to do it without, like, a lot of fucks and bitches and stuff like that. And like I said, I have no problem with people using that, but they wrote iconic songs in a way that was completely different from the way that everybody else wrote those songs. There's nobody, often emulated, never duplicated, but No Sleep Till Brooklyn, Smithsonian quality.
Yeah.
Paul Revere.
Again, same thing. That's a Smithsonian quality song. If you wanted an origin story of this band, yeah, I get it that it's made up, but if I've just heard the Beastie Boys for the first time and I bought this album to check it out, that origin story would be the gospel to me. Now, like, the narrative would be based on that story, you know what I mean? Like, it was solid storytelling, and they spent, 3-4 minutes, and they completed a whole story. You understood everything that was going on. You understood how all the parts connect. For a song on your debut album, this was better than Connect the Dots or Color by Numbers. This was, come on, little guy, I'm going to guide you to this. I'm going to guide you. This was, instead of Color by Numbers bullshit, this was like seeing Eye Dog. It was that accurate, you know what I mean? You didn't have to use your brain at all to understand what was going on and what they were trying to do.
Hold It Now, Hit It.
Hold It Now, Hit It. So, like, I mean, that's like my second, like, motto in life. My first motto is if it doesn't fit, spit on it. Like, that's my first, but that right there is, that's a motto to live by, number one. And number two, it's, once you've got No Sleep Till Brooklyn and Fight for Your Right and stuff, that's one of those ones that I think is vastly underrated, but people listen to it as a whole and they go, because I think honestly this album really should be listened to as a whole. It really does, because all the songs are great individually, but as a whole, it paints this picture for somebody who maybe doesn't know who the Beastie Boys are. It paints this picture of what this band is and what they do. And I mean, if you've gotten to this point in the album and you're not into it, I'm not really sure why you're still listening to it, because it's already been gold and you're still not into it. I mean, I would recommend listening to all the other songs, but damn, bro, if you're at this point in the album and you don't get it, I just don't think you get it.
Next one, another classic, Brass Monkey.
So Brass Monkey, so some, I read a little bit earlier that some people, that's an expression for it being too hot outside. Your balls being too hot is Brass Monkey out here, man.
I didn't know that.
But Brass Monkey is actually the name of a liquor.
Yeah.
There's a Brass Monkey. There's a Brass Monkey drink and there's a Brass Monkey liquor. That song was interesting because he talks about my Manischewitz, which is a grape wine, which is a Jewish like grape wine. So it's another one where they pay homage to their home and to their culture in a way that's palatable to even people that don't know. These are three Jewish boys from the Bronx. It's palatable. They go, well, what's that? Oh, okay. Like it's a solid before Red Solo Cup or shot, any of that stuff. This was the rally cry of the drinking song. You got in there, it's Brass Monkey, dude. You get tore up. This is what you do. Like drinking songs, like hype tracks, like Little John and shit like that. This was the original hype track. Period.
Next one, Slow and Low.
Slow and Low, again, another underrated track. You know, it wasn't a radio hit, but Slow and Low again is it's a good method in making an album, and it's a good method in cooking soup. Slow and low.
Yeah, you don't want to burn the soup. Low heat.
And Instapot is your best friend. A pressure cooker is the best thing in the world against tough meat. Slow and low is great in the oven, but if you got a pressure cooker, you do that shit in 45 minutes. They didn't have a pressure cooker back then, so it took them like years to like do this. However, again, very underrated, very good model to live by. If you live by the model low and slow, you'll get where you're going eventually.
And then last one, the album closer, Time to Get Ill.
Time to Get Ill. To me, listening to this album when it came out, Time to Get Ill was the expression of, we're fucking here and we are not going anywhere. Like, License to Ill was basically like, this is us, this is what we do, and get used to hearing the name because your mom's going to scream it when she gets off from now on. Because this shit is not going anywhere. We believe this is a cultural seismic point to where people will remember this. They will remember the rumble of this album when it came out, and they knew that. And Rick Rubin knew that. Like, there's just some shit that you know is gonna hit. And I understand that everybody who makes music thinks their shit's gonna hit. Or at least hopes. This is one of those instances where you hoped it was going to hit, and it absolutely fucking hit, and put the Beastie Boys, this is like the grand finale, and this song, like if you listen to the album as a whole, this is what catapulted them into being their own thing. There's Rage Against the Machine, which sometimes gets paired with the rap rock, compared to the Beastie Boys. Not the same thing. Rage Against the Machine is awesome, don't get me wrong. They're great. But the Beastie Boys exist in a space that's solely their own. Because nobody did before, nobody will do after exactly the way they did it. So this last song was putting the exclamation point on, we're here, we're fucking serious and you're going to pay attention to it. Or we're going to annoy the fuck out of you until you do. And fortunately, they didn't have to, and that's why if you look at the Beastie Boys catalog, there's a lot of albums, a lot of bands in that time span, even now, releasing shit every year. The Beastie Boys didn't do that. Like we talked about earlier, they didn't release shit until it was ready. So if it took years between a release...
Yeah, they only have a couple per decade, don't they?
Yeah.
Yeah. Two in the 80s and...
I think 2 in the 90s, right? I think
Not like 3 or 4 in the 90s if I need to like work through it. But yeah, and then like a handful in the aughts. And
yeah. They really just did what they want. That first album was so good that it gave them the clout to be able to do what they wanted to do from here on out. And that's something that most bands will never achieve. First album out, being able, there's only a handful of artists I can even think about that have been able to do that. Prince was one of them. From the second Prince came out, it was money. Garth Brooks, from the time it came out, it was money. You know?
Well, one of the ones I want to do on this podcast is the Chris Gaines album.
That'd be a good one. Elvis Presley, money from the time it came out.
Yeah.
Like, there's just some artists that are, you can compare them to other things, but they're so on their Dax Riggs. Dax Riggs is in a category all by himself. I saw him, Exeter, High on Fire, and then Dax with Acid Bath like a month ago in Des Moines. Nice. And it was...
Oh, that already happened?
Dude, it was beautiful. It was fucking beautiful. Like, it was so good.
I've seen Dax by himself twice.
I've opened for him. I've seen him 5 times. I've opened for him 3 of those 5 times. And it was just...
Yeah, I think one of the times I saw him was one you were playing at.
And it's iconic shit. It's shit.
I remember people started yelling out Acid Bath songs and he got pissed.
That was at the Slowdown, and he was mad as fuck. He turned around and got on the mic and goes, "I can hear every fucking word you're saying right now."
I saw him at the Hideout, and the same thing happened.
Yeah, and it was the same guy. Honestly, they yelled at both times because I know the guy. Like, yeah, but you know that iconic type shit to where you're like, nobody else is in the category that you were in. There's other metal bands, other rock bands, whatever, but you stand alone with what you do, which is very difficult in music.
Yeah.
It's very hard to stand out from people.
Yeah.
But the Beastie Boys spent, a decade almost working on this shit before that debut album.
Yeah.
So they were ready to go, and when that album came out, it stands in the annals of history as an album that there is nothing else like. You're not going to find, even another Beastie Boys album is not going to be like that one.
Yeah, and then the next one, Paul's Boutique, there's nothing else, not even another Beastie Boys album like that. Like all their albums have their own unique character. There you go.
Yeah.
All right, so Dave and I are going to flip it over, and we're going to give our in-depth thoughts on side 2 after this break. But Adam, go ahead and plug all your shit.
Okay, so Spotify, all music platforms. If you look up Young Bakes, Young spelled the normal way, Bakes spelled the normal way, featuring Chubbs Bumperson. Bumperson, BUMPHERSIN. So if you look that up, if you look at Young Bakes on all major music platforms, look up our new single called Shadows. I'm going to have one coming out here in the next couple weeks called ODB, which if you're a fan of Wu-Tang Clan, that's one that I think you're really going to dig. I've got a show coming up, Reverb Lounge in Omaha, Nebraska on July 31st. That's a $12 cover to get in. It's going to be a really kick-ass night. It's the last Bluntier tour with AJ the Dread and AG Strange. It's going to be a really killer night, all ages. Very fun show. If you're not a fan of hip-hop, this is one that I would suggest checking out because once you walk in the door, everybody's family, everybody's cool. It's not gangster rap. It's not... We mostly rap about being good to people and, smoking weed and stuff. So it's, it's just not like that.
Right.
So definitely come out and see us. I got an album coming out, Chubbs Bumperson Official on Instagram and Facebook. Just come check it out and shoot me a message, whatever. I love all kinds of music, and I'm always happy to point people in the right direction. Even if you don't listen to my stuff, if you're like, what's a good doom band? What's a good metal band? I will happily point you in the right direction, because the more people listen to the good music that's out there and support it, the more that good music and art is going to be continued to be made. So that's ultimately what we need, whether we have one listener a week or 100,000 listeners a week. We need people to go and listen to these bands and approach it with the attitude of, even if it's not my band, even if you're not buying or listening to my stuff, did you find something that kicked ass and something that resonated with you? Then at the end of the day, that's really all that matters. Music is universal, and it can do a lot for your life if you find the shit that does something for you.
Well, I noticed, every time you come over, you tell me about your experiences that you've been having with this new career change, and it sounds like there's a lot of camaraderie that's just not there in some of the other music scenes in this
absolutely.
town.
Shout out to Self-Made Music, the label. That's who I'm with right now. Young Bakes, Hybrid, Be Real, SJ31, like all them guys from day one took me in as like family and just treated me like the best. Like, it's just been a really great experience, and that's why I'm trying to point people in the direction, if they come to me, of music that I dig, because it's not just what I like, it's a family thing. And music can heal your body, music can heal your heart, music can heal your mind. It's just about finding the right stuff that does it for you. And if I can be the person to point you in the right direction of something that means something to you, then that's what I'm gonna do, because that's what music is about to me. It's about feeling and sharing, and all having, like, especially live, having that same experience together.
Yeah.
Like, just being in the moment. We all have our jobs and our lives and our things that weigh us down. But for this moment, for however many minutes we're watching this live act on stage, it's suspended belief. We could just let that go for a few minutes and be in the moment, even just in our cars or our houses. Yeah. We can put on a song and put on our headphones and just close our eyes and just be in the moment. And that's, whether it's a song I like or a song I don't like, if it resonates with you, that's the important thing. Don't listen to me. Don't listen to Steve. Don't listen to Dave. Don't listen to anybody else. If something impacts you, I don't care if your friends make fun of you for listening to Five Finger Death Punch. I think they're one of the worst things to ever happen to music. However, if that does it for you and you feel something when you hear it, then go with that. Don't shy away from it. Don't let anybody discourage you. Just listen to what you listen to, and if you love it and it makes you feel something, then feel whatever it is, even if it means you feel like drinking a Monster Energy drink and punching your mom's drywall. Well, your mom's going to be mad, and you shouldn't do that because it's going to cost her money to fix that. However, if that's what your heart feels, as long as you're not taking that out on somebody else and abusing another human being, then do what it do to make you feel happy, even if it's punching drywall.
It's funny because I remember on the Ace Frehley episode, I told Sean that music is subjective, and he said, "Yeah, this is objectively bad."
Yeah, and it was. It was not good.
All right, well, thanks for coming on.
Always a pleasure,
after the break,
guys.
Me and Dave will finish off with the rest.
Yeah, and I'm always up for coming back, so...
We're going to have you paired together with Pete sometime, so we can have the Peterson
the Peterson brothers.
Yeah.
It's going to be a big bag full of Peters.
And then we'll have you paired with Jake sometime if both Steve and I have laryngitis.
There you go. Yeah. Oh, God. That's going to be a fun show. Yeah. We'll call it Jake and the Fat Man. Yeah. It's funny because if people ever saw me, they'd be like, he's not that fat. I'd be like, no, it's got a big belly, dude. I'm pregnant with knowledge. So, all right, y'all. Thank you. Have a good night. Thanks for having me on the show. And, remember, everybody, that being nice costs absolutely nothing. So be kind to your fellow man as much as you possibly can. And, at the end of the day, have happiness is free. So smile, be happy. You wake up tomorrow and you'll start another day over, and it'll give you another chance to be cool. So yeah, just be happy, be kind, and rock on, everybody.
Rock on.
And we are back from side B of Licensed to Ill.
I wonder how short this part of the episode will be with just the two of us.
Significantly shorter.
Yeah.
I think it's a lot of fun to try to rein Adam in. I think that's part of the fun of having him as a guest.
I don't know. I also kind of like just letting him go.
Yeah.
But then every now and then I'll find myself checking social media because of how long he's talking. Yeah.
Adam is a one-person content farm.
Yeah.
This album, I think, a great listen. There's not a single song in this album that I would get rid of.
Yeah.
I think it has so much infectious fun, and it's pretty much just all infectious fun.
Yeah.
And I think it's hard to pull off just an infectiously fun album.
I don't even know which side I like better. I'll just say side B for now because it has no Sleep Till Brooklyn, Paul Revere, and Brass Monkey, and Slow and Low. But I could also come up with 4 songs on the first side. But like those are a lot of my favorite songs on the whole thing. So we'll go with that. This has the one inessential song on the album, which we'll get to later, but it still kicks ass. So it's not bad. It's just if you have to say one song is the least essential, you just go with this one, but it's still a great song. So
like somebody threatens you with a gun, like pick one song to get rid of.
Yeah.
And you're like, okay, that one.
Yeah.
I don't know if I could pick a side either, but I suppose I would probably pick side B if I had to pick one.
Yeah.
Overall, I think it was pretty consistent. Like all the songs had utilized a lot of the same sounds and instruments, but they utilized them in like increasingly creative ways. There were a lot of moments where they were doing really interesting things with the 808 drum machine. I noticed particularly in Time to Get Ill, they were switching between different drum machine types, and there's a lot of like sounds that sound almost like mechanical, but are like rhythm based. So
yeah,
I think sound really cool. Track by track, No Sleep Till Brooklyn.
Iconic.
Yeah, it's classic for a reason.
One of the best songs they ever wrote.
Yeah. I think it's a great way to start the side. Comes off of Fight for Your Right perfectly. Like those two, I think, lead into each other pretty well.
Two guitar, like the guitar-driven songs right next to each other, too.
Yeah. Interestingly, this is the one that Rick Rubin plays guitar on, and like I said, I never knew he played guitar, so I thought that's interesting. It makes me wonder if he plays instruments in more things that we've heard from him.
Yeah. What's great is his rhythm guitar playing, like, paired well with the Kerry King solo, which made the Kerry King solo actually work. This is like one of the best Kerry King solos, and I think that's largely because Rick Rubin knew how to do a rhythm guitar part that worked with a cat hitting the strings of a plugged-in guitar.
It's funny. It sounded like Kerry King. Like, the tone was the same, the playing was the same, the way he used the tremolo bar was the same. I think it's funny that he showed up and dropped that solo down, and then he's like, "Yeah, I did it for the money."
Yeah,
or not the money, the attention, anyway.
Yeah. But it's better than it's better than his solos in most Slayer songs. So, joke's on him.
Next one, Paul Revere. I think the first thing that really stood out to me on that one was the reverse cymbal sound on it.
Oh yeah, and then like the reverse cymbal sound, and then just the weird tape sound that was going by reversing it too. Like just in the beat when the cymbal wasn't even playing, just because it was playing the cymbals backwards, was really cool and was what really made the song and drove the song. This one was one of 2 songs on this record that was co-written by Run DMC. And once you know that, you can't unhear it, but, Run DMC kick ass.
Yeah, as soon as you pointed it out, I'm like, oh, yeah, this sounds like something you might hear on King of Rock.
Yeah.
Another thing I really liked about it is it's kind of like a fictional comedic origin story for them. It seems like, at least that's what I gathered when I was reading lyrics.
Oh, yeah, it definitely is.
Next song, Hold It Now, Hit It.
This is the one song I called inessential, but it still kicks ass.
Yeah. It's got big 808 sound and a lot of samples. And one thing I'll say about the Beastie Boys is they're really good at layering samples. And what I hate about our current copyright system is how unfriendly to sampling it is, because it's just, I don't know, it's a really neat way to pay homage to other musicians, I think, and it's weird to me that that's been stifled.
One thing that I think is really interesting about this album in general, this from Paul Revere into this song is an example of it, but like how they'll do like a song with a pretty minimalistic beat and instrumentation to something that's pretty busy. And I think that's one way to hold your attention through the whole thing. That's really good, because like this one kicks off with like a really like busy bunch of like drum and emulator stabs and like a whistle, and it's a great way. Like they really thought of like the flow of the album a lot when they put this together.
Next one, Brass Monkey, one of the most infectious songs ever written.
It's probably my favorite on the album right now. And I just say that because Fight for Your Right to Party and No Sleep Till Brooklyn have, like been a little overplayed. So it's like, I'm going to like latch on to Brass Monkey and She's Crafty and Girls more right now. But yeah, this is, fantastic song. I love it. Like Adam said earlier, it's a great drinking song.
Yeah.
It just makes you want to like raise your cup or your can and just slam it back. I love the synths were great on it. This one is one where the kick drum really stood out to me quite a bit.
Yeah, you mentioned it stood out to you a lot on this one and the next one, and big 808 kick drum sound, which is a sound that I particularly love. Like there's a few Alliterates songs where I utilize an 808, and I wish it sounded as big as it does on this album.
When we record it, we can double it up.
Well,
double it up and make it, and like do the second one like just slightly out of sync.
Well, what I'll probably do is record using a MIDI setup, and then I can just use whatever 808 sound I want.
Yeah.
So, because I'm using whatever's in the
brain.
In the brain, and I'm sure there are better versions of that. Slow and Low, I like the rock guitar sample like mixed with the 808 sound. I think it played off each other really well.
Yeah.
I think it'd be really funny if a doom metal band covered this song.
I do think like
I can't think of any doom metal bands that get silly enough that they would do that. But
yeah, I do feel like this song. This is the other Run DMC co-written one, but I do feel like this song is a bit of a manifesto for this record to a degree, because there are some fast songs on it, but for the most part, it's like more of a slow, steady tempo, but just bringing in high energy to it.
Yeah.
So to me, this one feels like it's talking about their whole process to some degree.
Yeah, I can see that. And then the album closer, Time to Get Ill, just like a big sample collage, utilized, I'd say, masterfully.
Yeah, I think some of the best use of the drum machine too. Like I liked how they kind of stuttered with it for a while. I liked how they ended it on a drum breakdown, and I think that was masterful. I think that one thing that's great about that is like if someone wanted to like find a loop to play for like a breakdancing competition, you just have the very end of the album right there. You just loop that part, and that'd be perfect. That would be perfect to dance to with your big boombox in a tracksuit.
Yeah, the little program beat that they had at the end of that song, I thought was a great way to bookend the album.
But overall, highly recommend this album. If you're sick of like the semi-ironic dude bro posturing from this era of them, I get it, but the album still kicks so much ass. And it's nice knowing that they matured as songwriters and people after this. But, you know, it's
like Adam mentioned, they were in their 20s when they wrote this. It sounds like an album that was written by guys in their 20s.
In their early 20s, too.
Yeah. Well, like literally 20 to 22. And, you know, I remember being immature at that age. And I think to a degree, some of the dude bro stuff can be taken with a grain of salt it's not, or as a little tongue in cheek.
Yeah. It's not unironic, you know, like there's parts that they've apologized for, and then there's parts that you can clearly tell are a joke.
Yeah. One thing I think that stands out to me from the Beastie Boys as a whole is the way that they write their lyrics is interesting. It's sometimes hard to get a grasp on like what they're talking about, but you know, I don't know. It makes you look into it more.
Yeah, and yeah, I like it. I like it that they never made an album quite like this afterwards too, because that means that it stands on its own. I like it that they approached each thing differently, and like I love like the sampling on this is great. The sampling is even better on Paul's Boutique, but by Paul's Boutique, it's the center stage, and they're doing a lot of different stuff, and so it sounds very different from this. And so, like, both of their 80s albums stand apart from each other a lot, and they're both, like, masterworks, great albums in both ways, like, essential albums that you have to listen to both.
Yeah.
And then I love it that their 3 90s albums all sound very different from each other, too, and, like, how they leaned more into rock for a couple of them, but then by Hello Nasty they'd gone back like to more of a hip hop sound, but it was more of a late 90s than a mid to late 80s that they're in earlier, and that they were able to adapt with the times without making it sound like they're just chasing trends. Like they had their own approach. They were honestly one of the best.
Yeah. Well, this was a really fun listen. Glad we got some fun Adam moments out of that.
Yeah.
The part where he's talking about Sean's wife's OnlyFans, I think, is going to be really fun to show him.
Yeah. I'm debating whether or not we should include that in the episode, but we should definitely show it to Sean. But yeah, listen to the Beastie Boys, listen to all of the Beastie Boys records, read the Beastie Boys book. You get like some great perspectives on it, and plus it's just like one of the better written band bios I've read, and that, you know, they worked together to do it, but then they brought in like a bunch of people they'd known over the years to give their feedback. And there's like, and rather than just having like a section of like glossy pages in the middle with photos, the photos are interspersed throughout the whole thing. It's
Did they ever go through periods where they got sick of each other? They always seemed like really good friends from like a casual observer.
I didn't get the impression that they ever did from the book. I think part of the reason why they slowed down with their recording was so they didn't get sick of each other, but also so that they would have ideas. Because like they were hanging out at the times when they weren't putting anything out too. So
it seemed kind of like Rush in the sense that it's like the same 3 guys that somehow avoid all the drama that most bands seem to go through once like money gets involved.
Yeah, they were a great band, and like the thing Adam said about, you know, like about how they were saying that you will take us seriously. It's like, yes, you'll take us seriously as musicians, but we're just shooting the shit. We're having fun is like the main vibe I get from them consistently throughout their albums as they like grow and mature too. Like they're like body moving off of Hello Nasty, one of my favorite songs by them. This is, you know, just like some middle-aged guys just saying, hey, let's just have fun and listen to some music together. I don't care if you don't dance perfectly. Yeah. This is fun. Yeah.
Yeah, they definitely give off a vibe of having fun, which sometimes hard to pull off because music isn't always a fun process. But one thing I've noticed about even like hip hop as a whole is this seems like a lot of it is we were fucking around in the studio and we came up with this cool like beat or idea, and I think it's something that sometimes appears in the rock world, but not quite as much.
Yeah, like the closest story I can think of from the rock world right now is like the story of Rock Lobster, where they were all just hanging out, and Ricky Wilson, the guitar player, was like, "Hey guys, check this out! I came up with the stupidest riff."
That does sound like something you might hear in like a hip hop studio.
Yeah,
I mean, I even remember when I was listening to Dr. Dre's The Chronic, I was just picturing him and his like group of friends having fun, like making the beats and stuff on that.
Yeah.
And I don't know, I don't always get the same impression from rock bands where it's like, oh yeah, we all got together and came up with this song.
yeah. Well, and that's kind of one of the. I talk about how I often skip the skits on rap albums, but that's one of the things that's charming about them is just like the spontaneous nature of it. It's like, hey, we're just friends goofing off in the studio.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's interesting. As a outside observer, it seems like in the rap world, it's like with friendships, it's like the highest highs and lowest lows. It's like your best friends, or you want to shoot each other.
Yeah, or you have beefs that everyone knows about. Yeah.
I remember when we did the Megadeth episode and he did the diss track. You said that's something that's missing from the rock world.
Yeah, there needs to be more beefs. I know there's a few pissy songs throughout the rock world, but there's nothing like any of the high profile rap beefs we've seen. Like we need more like that.
I don't know, a lot of rock diss tracks just come off as whiny, and like it seems a lot of times the rap diss tracks are just funny or fun or a combination of the two.
Yeah, I think the rap beefs and like the diss tracks off of those are kind of born out of the spirit of battle rap, where it was like basically a argument for show in a room to a live audience, and I think that's part of what makes them so much fun.
Yeah.
Like that they're born from that. Like I don't know the last time Drake and Kendrick were in the same room, probably not in a long time, but that it's born from a tradition where it was two guys in the same room trading barbs is, I think, part of what makes it great.
Those two in the same room now, that'd be fucking awkward.
I would pay money to see it.
God, make that happen.
God, make that happen. I want to see Kendrick make that smile to Drake in person.
All right, that was the Beastie Boys, Licensed to Ill. Adam already gave his plugs. We're in a band called the Alliterates. We just played a really fun show last night, and we played with a group that plays this like dark wave stuff that was really cool called Sexy Cash. And we were both disappointed that they didn't have things to buy, but hopefully they'll have things to buy soon because they said they're going to the studio.
Yeah.
But we recorded that show, and I don't know when we'll have it out, but we have kind of this bootleg thing going. So if you want to check our music out, there are abundance of options.
We'll release that full show later because it was, I think, our best one so far. But
I listened to it again today because I combined the sources all together, and it's like, yeah, that was the tightest we've ever been.
Yeah.
Which I think partially is because I was working to get together bootleg stuff for these cassette drives that I made that I'll be putting on our Bandcamp soon.
Yeah. The main mistake I remember making that day is I did not hit a button on my keys in time because I noticed the wind had blown over my water glass in the direction of my synth, and I was making sure that I hadn't accidentally ruined it, and I hadn't. But that was more important than hitting the note in that moment. But that I recovered from it right away. Tells you about the quality of the show.
I didn't even notice.
Yeah.
Just like Andrew said that he came in too late and it doesn't even sound like it on the recording.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that's it.
Yeah. Catch you on the flip side.
Instagram at KillRockMusicSWS and Dave_Diction. You can find us on Bluesky at KillRock Music and Beastmaster General. Check out our musical projects, The Alliterates and Lucid Fugue, on all major streaming platforms, and links to each at my website, killrockmusic.com. That's KILRAVOCK music.com. This also includes my past projects, Megaton and Valley of Shadows, and my current solo project, Kill Rock. You can also find Dave's past project, Gong Farmer, at GONGFERMOUR.bandcamp.com. Thanks.
Everyone we worked with is dead.
Really rip.
I need to change my pants.
Check.
Check. Leonard Bernstein.
I hate it so much I skipped the whole Destroyer.
Allow me to play you out.
Dirty Dave just pooped his pants.
Yes, indeed.
Perfect hooker murdering song.
Kick out the jail, motherfucker!
Are you ready?
Steve's got some cheese.
Get my podcast voice ready to go.
Jaw Wobble. What a name.
I'm Ivan Moody, and I'm having a psychotic break.
Testicules.
That is a fun fact.
There's a jazz hole.
What do you mean this song is called Sweet Pea?
Now that we're done with Steve's Rorschach test, let's talk about the album.
For fuck's sake.
That's not very Zizian of you guys. It's a professional operation over here.
This is Fantasia for people who had to repeat the 9th grade.
Heavy metal.
Yeah, hands off, Britain. We'll dump it in the sea again.
Shove it!
You know.